Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Army Men of War. And here we are back in northern Vietnam at the city of Tanoi. And General Lutan has came all the way up from Tengi Minh to inspect all the surviving forces of one of the most bloodiest battles that we've had in Army Men of War so far. So the GBT alliance, being the Greens, the Tans and the Blues, tried to take on the Tangerians in the occupying Tangerians in the city of Tanoi. And they fought a fierce 2-day battle where I think there was just everybody died. Everybody just got wiped out. I think there was like maybe 3 or 4 dudes left at the end of the last battle. And if you want to go and check that out, there will be a link in the description. So anyway, the Blues did try to stop the Reds from getting through, but we did a little vote, and we'll get the poll up right here. And we voted that the Reds won the battle in the north against the Blues, but they didn't take out all of them. They just pierced a hole through the line, and a little amount of Red reinforcements got through and reinforced the Tangerian lines. But the Tans, they managed to push through along with the Greens and the Blues, and yeah, they managed to put them into a full retreat. So General Lutan has now come up with some of his extra forces, so he's got a couple of companies of men, and they're going to be reinforcing the city now. There's not many Greens left, and there is a couple of companies of Tangrillas over here coming up to support the Blues, as the Reds in the north are now retreating over to Tan Nam. So that's pretty much the only occupied city of the Reds in Upper Vietnam. So this part is still Red Union, so we could be seeing another battle up here very soon, unless we can solve it with politics. We did have a battle once there before as well. So anyway, in the eastern side of Tanoi, some Reds have gathered that retreated from the battle itself, and they're said to be regrouping, and we could be looking at another counterattack from the Reds on Tanoi City. So General Lutan is going to send a couple of his companies of men, so we're going to move them now, look. We're going to have a couple of companies of men under this major right here, and we're going to deploy them right there on the other side of the town. And we're going to go and try and take out all of these Reds. But so if the Reds do survive and they hold out against these Tans, then we're going to be seeing another counterattack. But remember, each one of these soldiers represents one company of men, and one company of men is anywhere between 80 to 150 dudes. So these guys are brand new soldiers. These guys would probably not have that many men left in the company. I mean, that guy there could probably represent that Kato dude that survived in the last video. So I forgot his name, but I'm really looking forward to this battle. Sorry I didn't upload yesterday, but I'm working on a sponsorship at the moment, and it is a vlog, so there is going to be a face reveal in the coming days, maybe tomorrow or tonight, I'm not sure yet. So anyway, without further ado, I think we're going to shake my cursor like this. I'm going to zoom into the battlefield. Right, so here we are on the battlefield, and this right here is a forward operating base built by the Reds along the Tengi Minh Trail. So the Tengi Minh Trail is a line of roads which heads from the northern part of the Red Union all the way down into northern Vietnam. So this is going to be a cool battle, as they've set up a roadblock and a lot of defences. I mean, we've got trench defences over here, and we've got trench defences over here, look, on both flanks. We've got some squad leaders, we've got some machine guns, and we've also got a lot of tanks as well. So this is just a muggly mesh of all the different regiments that have fought in the Tangitan Wars so far. And what they've decided to do is rendezvous in this position right here, try and build up enough men to counterattack Tanoi. But the Tans and the Greens and all those guys, they know that they're here. So we're going to be seeing a mass assault from the Tan troops, or we can see right here. So we're going to go ahead and press the start button, and we're going to see what happens. So anyway, if the Reds do hold this line, and the Tans fail to destroy them, which is going to be a super hard battle. I mean, this is going to be super even. The Tans have a very similar amount of men to the Reds in this battle, as it's like 2 companies of Tans versus around 2 companies of Reds. So, but the only advantage that the Reds have is the fact that they've got all their defences, including heavy tanks. So they've got light tanks over here, look, and they've even got some heavy tanks parked up against this sandbag thing right here. And oh, this right here is called Devil's Ridge. That's what the Reds have decided to call it. And yeah, well, you'll see why very shortly. And also the Red Union have set up some mines around the place. You can see the little green flags there, and I can press this button and it deletes them. But now you're just going to see loads of random explosions. And yeah, the random explosions are just going to be men stepping on mines. I need to invent the mine detector, I believe. That'll do them some good. Here comes the next wave. Yeah, we're talking around 300 tans here against, I think it's around 300 reds altogether. There is 100 men which is out on patrol during the time of this attack, so they will be returning at some point during the battle. And Devil's Ridge, I think, has lost its machine gun already. Yes, they've lost the machine gunner. There's still some men in reserve over here, but they're taking a lot of fire. Armed with their RK-47 now, look. I think the mine's doing a good enough job to stop the town so far, though. We do have a full company of men charging up this side as well, split off into 3... No, I think it's 10 waves, I believe. 10 waves of around 75 men, something like that. So I think it's around 750 men in total, including the reserves. And it makes up to be around 2 companies of men. No, in fact, no, that's... What am I saying? That'll be 4 companies of men, not 2 companies of men. Oh, they're also bringing up some BTRs, look. These things are fresh out of Tengi Minh city. And that's where General Lieutenant has come from to join in this battle. So General Lieutenant will be at the back somewhere, with his binoculars, watching over the battle, as he was always doing. He's also a character that's played in my Discord. So be sure to come and join the Discord if you want to take part in some of the roleplay and some of the games that we play. We are trying to implement a system at the minute where we can represent each general on the map. I mean, we've got a couple of them at the minute, but we still need to do it for the Reds, the, what other nations? The Greys and all stuff like that. At the moment, I think we've got General Lieutenant, and I think he's got a couple of Majors, and then we've got Rednin for the Reds, still alive. We've got, who else? I think there's General Svan, I believe, for the Greens. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check, but there's a number of dudes in the Discord that are classed as generals. They run each nation. So come and join and take part. Link will be in the description. This first line of defense has been completely and utterly taken out. I think there's just one squad leader here who's like, I would die for the Mother Russia. Well, Mother Red Union. You see, you've got communism and you've got Redianism. That's different ideology right there. Then you've got greenism, tannism, and orangeism. We've got the Red Union Patrol coming back now. This is approximately 100 soldiers. Just standard riflemen, bolt action. These guys have come to join the fun. They don't even know that the action has started yet, do they? They're still just walking into battle. You think with all the commotion running around them that they'd actually act, but no. Who knows? Oh, this Katusha's now moving into battle. I think the best bet for this dude would be to stay further back, as it'd probably be the most effective. I think I've got another one over here as well. There's another one here. It's already used up all its rounds. But these things are absolutely devastating when it comes to firepower. They just don't stop. I mean, just one of these rounds can take out like a whole company of men, if they're all located in the vicinity of the where it's shooting. So here comes another wave. More tans approaching Devil's Ridge. I don't know why I keep going to say Devil's Egg instead of Devil's Ridge. Or maybe we could come up with a division name in the future and call them the Red Devils. That'd be pretty cool. Or maybe that's what these guys were called. Maybe this was the Devil's Brigade, something like that. Armed with their RK-47s. These things are one-shot kill on any plastic soldier. Is that guy inside the... Oh god, this guy's like a double axe right there, look. Yeah, these guys, what's he doing? There's 2 of them there. There's 2 of them there as well. No, it's just the one there. Okay, we just want to spread out the firepower, you see. The more guns the merrier. And finally, there we go, the red reinforcements are going to start spreading out and start joining in the action. The question is though, will the Reds win this battle or will they lose? No idea. Tans seem to have a strong amount of numbers at the moment. I think they're taking ground bit by bit. Very World War I like, isn't it? Like they're coming over no man's land, taking trench by trench. I always go for those arcadey look to the trenches, as I do like to try and get daily videos out for you guys, so I like to keep the trenches very simple. And what I do is I just put the sandbags into the floor and build the terrain up slightly around the sandbags. And it makes for a very quick arcadey-like trench. Sometimes you can't have things too detailed, you see, otherwise I wouldn't be able to get the daily videos out. And number two, it wouldn't look right for army men, do you know what I mean? Sometimes for a nice feel you've got to keep it arcadey. If we've got little red soldiers running around the screen, we need some very simple props around, like toys. Make it look very toy-like. But I am thinking in the future where we do something like really good graphics, like a really cool graphics series. I love the cartoon stuff as well, but sometimes I'm just craving one of those realistic maps. Like, could you imagine if this was actual World War II soldiers? And it was Omaha Beach or something. Multiple explosions. So the Reds are now focused on this flank completely now. I gave up on that one. The Tans have completely broke through the line over this side. Completely broke through the line. Now it's up to the Reds to hold Devil's Ridge now. And you can see that there's a lot of Tans trying to get over the top of it, but they're just getting gunned down as soon as they poke their little heads over the top. Still got a couple of light tanks, a main battle tank there, and there's still a main battle tank over here. I tell you what, we're going to get this guy in action because he's not doing anything. So we're going to deploy him about there, and we're going to watch him try and hold the whole right flank to himself. Oh, there's another one over here as well. So there's 2 tanks and a squad of men. Not bad. Reds are doing really well to hold their own. Sneaking through the trench line there. Oh, almost got me a firefight. I need to throw some grenades over there. What are you doing, Tans? Back to the academy for you. But then again, these Tans wouldn't have went to any academies. As you can see, that their standard weapon is the AK-47. And that's because on all of the cities that are taken, they've just taken all the factories that are making them, so... Originally it would have came from the Greys. The original weapon of that choice was the Grey K-47, but over time they've just changed its colour, and the Greys have sold it to many different nations. And I'll tell you something, if it wasn't for the Greys selling the Grey K-47 to the Tans, they might not have done as well, because these things are overkill. These things are one shot on everything. Tans are now rushing through this back bit here. I think they've broke through the line on this flank. Their main focus now is these tanks. What is the name of this tank? Let me know in the comments. There's a questionnaire right there. Now it's turned into a bit of a tank battle. You get the guards are like, you know, I'm not leaving my position. My commander-in-chief here, he ordered me to stay put, and that is what we're doing. Probably the best strategy, really. If we move any closer, they'll get killed. One mortar right there. Oh, he's still shooting. Fire in the hole! Oh, it's landed there. It looks to me like the Reds lost all of their units on Devil's Ridge, and now they're just slowly moving over the top. Look. Bit of a Tanzai attack. I think somebody did suggest that to me in one of the previous videos. Well, like, you ruined it, matey. You said you should have said Tanzai instead of Banzai. Oh god. And they're still holding Devil's Ridge, and now they're retreating. They're like, fall back, screw that. There's not that many men left as well. I think all of the Tan reinforcements have stopped now. It's up to the leftover Reds to take out what's left of the Tans. So what's this? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... that's 13 men versus 1 tank. Who's going to win? 1 tank versus 13 men. Looks to me like they're having a staring contest. What are you doing? Who's going to be the hero? I'll tell you what, whoever blows this tank up, I'll pay for his drinks all night when we get home. But when we get back to Tannoy, that's if there's any buildings left, you know. I think all the taverns would have been destroyed. Is that tank still active though? Let's have a double check. It is. Oh my god, so the Reds have actually held the side, meaning that we could have a victory on the Red side here. No, now the tanks are now focused on that tank. I think this guy could be the hero that they're looking for. Wait, why is he not shooting? Shoot him, goddamn. Exchange fire. It's like, I don't know what to do. I think he's froze. The shock. I know he is shooting. Yes. We take control of him like that. Oh, that's why. You can't see. You can't aim down that close. So what we can do is let's just try. In fact, I don't want to move him. If I move him, I know what to do. Let's put him on free roam. That's probably the best thing I could do. So we'll let the AI decide its outcome. There we go. Now on free roam. What he does is up to him now. The same with this guy. Let's put him on free roam. See what he does. Still got a mortar left, and there's still a last line of defences with the Reds. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring these guys over here and try and reinforce this tank. So let's put these guys right there. Put them on free roam as well, so let the AI decide. They will engage because I only clicked once. I do know sometimes that I will double click and it'll just run them straight into battle, and they won't care who's shooting at them, where they're going or anything. They'll just get shot and die. Other than that, everyone's came to a halt. I don't think the Tans have enough men. I'm going to manually take them now. Let's just manually send them forward. So there we go. Send them there. Send them there. We're going to send you guys to take that tank out. They're going to just bomb rush the tank. Go. Get him. Oh, look, 2 men. 80 grenades drawn. Are they going to make it? He's running straight in the line of sight. Oh no. Just missed a shell right there. 1 guy taken out. It's all up to this guy now. Can he do it? Can he do it? No. Oh, machine gun. I've got some dudes over there as well, though. Come on, get the tank. Get him. You can get him, Tans. One grenade out. Oh, no. I think they did the do, though. They did the damage. Not too sure if it's still active. No, it is. I think the gunstick been taken out, though. Yeah, they've taken the turret out. That's a good thing. That's a really good thing, but the tank is still active. And there's still 2 little mini tanks as well. Now this tank over here is doing quite well as well. It looks to me like the Reds have actually held their position, meaning this could be a Red victory. I think it is. It's definitely a Red victory, this one. Barely though, but that was literally all 2-3 companies of the Tans that came across. I can't remember how many companies I sent on the battlefield. On the battle match, I would say. There's only a couple of men left though. But I don't think these guys could take out these tanks. I mean, let's have a look at their names. This guy's going to live to tell the tale, so his name is Hirotsugu Yaku. Oh, his name is Rest in Peace, apparently. Yeah, so that was his name that was going to be on his grave. Then again, there's going to be no grave. Apart from that piece there, you know, there's a little piece of plastic left. Oh no, and there's his helmet, look, it's landing over there somewhere. Oh, there we go, there's his helmet. Maybe that was his head, who knows. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a little bit different today, as we don't usually play like smaller skirmish battles. We usually only focus on the massive campaign battles. I thought it was only fair that I give the Reds another chance, as the reinforcements were very, very slim in the last battle. I've got to give them that. But the reinforcements did come. I assure you, in the Battle of Tengi, the Red reinforcements did arrive, but you guys just didn't see it because I was too busy panning around the screen. But I figured, yeah, it is worthy of a second chance, and the Reds have held their position, even though it's only a few tanks, 2 light tanks and like 2 heavy tanks over here, meaning that the Reds can now bring some more troops, rendezvous more men, and advance on the Tan lines yet again in Tengi. So we'll give them one last shot at taking the city, so I'm pretty sure everyone's going to be happy. And the Discord, here comes this Katusha as well. And let's just give one last shot with this Katusha. Oh, look, there's that dude's like, he's like, God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. They're like, say hello to my little friend. And he lived happily ever after in the kingdom of heaven. There we go, he's gone, he's gone. So anyway, a big thank you to everyone that's watched this video. Do like, do subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.